Miami won the first meeting between the teams in Coral Gables by 10 in late January. McGusty backing in on Radford. Toughness.
Inside 5 minutes to go.
Do what we practice. Make him take contested shots. Too many easy looks.
And how about the
affect who moves around these lines? Providence made a huge jump today in the Big East. They won 5 games against top 25 teams in the.
Notre Dame is just one of their last 30.
Shot clock at 7.
1 minute to play.
McGusty in the final minute of triple overtime, and that'll fall.
McGusty the other way. Attacking Shondi Brown. Nice.
They couldn't practice. Jimmy told me they couldn't practice Sunday. We're all in a trainer's room. You got to work out and stuff, and then you got to come here and face this team.
McGusty by Ward to the bucket. It's blocked, but it's a goal. Alvarado stripped. McGusty. And the foul.
Sometimes the shot is so far off, it turns into a good pass.
Step toward the whole
team. I know that might sound simplistic, but that has been an issue with them at times.
And McGusty.
Chris White's got away with one right there. He turned his head a little bit when the ball entered the post.
Just took the pedals off Rose.
They're over helping, and Alabama A&M with their spacing, they're doing a nice job finding people in the corner.
McGusty on the drive, gets it off the window.
There you go.
Seconds. Likes on the handle. McGusty driving to the rim, and he's fouled.
Parham blocked by Wardenberg. Here's McGusty in the open court. Nice step through by Cam McGusty.
McGusty striding down the lane past. It is when the three-pointer is initiated. By the way, if you haven't heard, I hope you have, but the line is further back this year. 22 feet 1 3/4 inches. In alignment with the international distance this year in men's college basketball. How about that little?
And all he does is win.
Yep. 9 years at Coral Gables. Of course, won the 2013 ACC tournament and captured the regular season crown as well. And
that was the lackadaisical pass from a guy that's a much better player than that. He came down with a little turf toe issue last game for Miami in South Bend on Sunday, but Jim Larinaga assured us that was no issue, and he practiced this week. McGusty drives and scores.
The Eagles are back within 14.
That was one of the few times they've gotten into the paint in the last 5 minutes.
McGusty. He hit a couple of threes early and then showing that toughness that Coach K has been looking for, that he anticipates will develop as Matthew continues to mature as a player. Beverly kicks it out. McGusty, who's been dealing with a bulky back. The Miami team that's really been hit by injuries we haven't mentioned and we should have earlier, as McGusty scores.
terrific here in the first half.
Matthew Hurd and Vernon Carey make a nice combo because Hurd can stretch you as a stretch four. A nice drive by McGusty.
Under appeal are not enforced until the appeals process is over, which it is not over right now for Georgia Tech. McGusty slicing.
Popovich sent to the locker room by Jim Christian. Huge block by Stone from behind on Mitchell. Long to McGusty for 2.
Prevent Miami from getting out and running. I thought they had an opportunity. But again, Florida State has not been very efficient on the offensive end. As well as they've played defensively, they just can't get anything to roll on offensively.
McGusty slicing, spinning, and scoring. 73% for the season, 1 of 3 before that make for Cam McGusty. Both teams in the bonus with 3:17 left.
A bucket in this game, and Miami on the other end, they continue to execute and they're getting high percentage shots.
McGusty backdoor. McGusty matched up with McGowan. They both have 10 already. McGusty rises and connects. Man
That one's tipped off of Sims. Brought back up by Beverly, feeding McGusty, and he scores.
Career progressions, you would think so. Way off on the corner jumper for Kamari Williams. I was chatting with Jim Larinaga today about Isaiah Wong's stature. He came in, they said, around 165. Probably added 10, 15 pounds.
Mismatch. I mean, it's simple as can be. We cannot fool you. It's a mismatch. But we're going to have some stories for you after this half, so you better tell your friends to stay tuned, because we're going to talk some stuff, man. I got it ready to roll, Reese.
Hey, I've got an idea. Why don't...
I can only imagine LeBron playing either a linebacker or the tight end position. Not sure too many people would be able to match up against him.
McGusty going one-on-one with his first.
He is an elite athlete. Plays in football, played lacrosse. You know, Larinaga perhaps risking a little bit of hyperbole. Is
McGusty trying to go off the bounce, attacking and scooping.
Up a little early in college basketball season. That's not a good shot.
No, it was a good move, but he just overcooked it.
You have a rough Thanksgiving with overcooking on the brain or what? Here's McGusty, little floater for.
If Nembhard pushes back a little bit, he's been able to draw 2 fouls against him.
Silovich guarded tightly by Noah Locke. McGusty.
They're only down 4 with under 2 minutes left to play in the first half. You probably take that.
Well, you know what? They went to Brown and lost by 2, as McGusty has a kiss off the glass.
Pushed it to Jesus. The lob for Dubia, couldn't put it down. Miami back the other way. McGusty into traffic.
Miami has to keep playing, though. They can't take the air out of the ball this soon and try to work the clock. They've got to keep playing.
McGusty at Dubia, high off the glass.
Nice.
Dusty May is in native Hoosiers from Indiana, and he went to school in Bloomington. For 4 years, he was a student manager for Bobby Knight back in the 90s. Up and through.
Chase Hunter, who was a standout guard, who started the first 10 games early in the year for Clemson, out for the season with a stress fracture. So it's been an injury-plagued year, but also when you consider what you were trying to replace from the previous year.
That is a
out there for the first.
The junior checks out, and Anthony Polite checks in, coming off a great game against Virginia. McGusty hits on a long 2.
Jones. And then giving it back to the Hurricanes. Vasiljevic, numbers for Miami. McGusty with a reverse. I really like it.
Minutes in the second half. Passes tight corners, picked off. Beverly got it. McGusty missed there a moment ago. This time
scoring, but also his playmaking and his defense. And he is a main part of the reason why the Tigers have a 4-point lead. Yeah.
Guy who's just been battling the last few weeks for Miami. Still no Chris Likes, so it's Cam McGusty who leads the offense. All by himself again.
Well, how about
we talked about earlier? He scored Virginia Tech's last 8 points of regulation in that game. And made 4 3-pointers, a career high for Horn. McGusty
trying to win their first game of the year. McGusty got all the way to the rim.
You can find him.
There's a swipe. McGusty has done it all here in the half. 3 to get it off. Good if it goes, and Miami's going to have the lead go into the locker room.
Added what they've done to do today. 19 of their last 32 from behind the arc. That is a blistering 59%.
Another quick release from Andrew Robinson.
You can get that shot anytime. 24-footer contested.
Already playing through so much pain. Right knee tendonitis has hampered him the last few weeks. Doesn't practice a whole lot for the Canes, who we've told you are so shorthanded for Jim Larinaga again this season.
Well, now Chris Likes actually has gone to the bench. He was sat on the bench for just a minute in the first half. Jim Larinaga just trying to catch him a little breather.
So McGusty handling and scoring.
Get in the ball game.
It's paced a little bit slower than I thought it was going to be. Wake has gotten a few run-outs, but Miami really hasn't had any in the function of not really turning over Wake.
McGusty knocks down his